Hello, good evening everyone. Am I audible? So let's start this CLAT 2026 quantitative aptitude. Okay, so in today's session, this is a session of DI. So we are going to talk about DI. Now, let's see what kind of sets we can get of DI. Just give me a moment. It is okay. Hmm. So let me start this one. Okay, so as all of you know that test series is live, so we are going to, so that is always closest to the actual exam, so it's always wise to write a lot of mocks. Good evening, Kartikeya. Now this is a set that we are going to solve. Now there are going to be uh, two graphs that are given to us. One is a pie chart. Good evening, Ishika. So there is a pie chart, right? And there is a bar graph. So now what does it says? So let's start. What does it says? It simply says that color is yellow. Okay. So it says that participants from the 6 countries at the recent this the pie chart gives below the number of participants. So it means from Burma there are 40 participants, from India there are 120 participants, from Nepal there are 30 participants, from Pakistan there are 70 participants, from Sri Lanka there are 80, from Bhutan there are 60 participants. So the first graph is talking about number of participants. Now, the bar graph means second graph we are talking about. It is talking about what? Number of gold, silver, and bronze won by participants in each of the countries. It means India is winning 10 golds, 8 silver, and 7 bronze. Nepal is winning 5, 6, and 4, and that's what that is given to us. Okay. Now, let's start the questions directly. Now it says, what is the first one? What is the ratio of total number of athletes from Bhutan who did not bag medals to the total number of athletes from Sri Lanka who did not bag medals? Okay. So we are talking about what? Bhutan and Sri Lanka. So from Bhutan, how many people we had? 60. Okay. What is the number of medals they are getting? 1 plus 2 plus 2, that is going to be 5. So 5 people are winning medals. So how many people are not getting medals? That's going to be 55. Let's look for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has how many participants? 80 participants. Right? How many medals they are getting? Sri Lanka, that is 4, 5, 6. That is they are getting 15 medals. So how many people are not getting medals? Are 75. So now question is talking about 55 is to 75. Sorry, 55. Sorry, it's not going to be 75. It's going to be 65. So 55 is to 65. What is the ratio we are talking about? And that's the question, right? So 55 is to 65. What should be the answer? That is going to be 11 is to 13. That's going to be option B. Very nice, very nice. Now the next one. What is the total number of gold medals won by the countries that have equal number of silver medals in the final tally? Okay. So equal number of silver medals. Which countries are getting equal number of silver medals? Nepal 6, Sri Lanka 6, India 8, Pakistan 3, 2 and 5. So only two countries are getting equal number of silver medals. So these countries are winning. Yes, Kartikeya, I would say that's a very good approach. We don't need to solve whole thing because 55 is a multiple of 11. So it means the first value should be multiple of 11, and there is only one value that's multiple of 11. That's directly option B, right? We don't need to solve anything. Okay. So Nepal and Sri Lanka are winning equal number of silver medals. So the question is talking about the countries that are winning equal number of medals. How many gold medals are they are winning? So Nepal is winning 5, Sri Lanka is winning 4. So what are the total number of medals they are getting? That is going to be 9, and that's option B. Okay. Now gold is gold medalist is winning 20,000. I would say 20. Silver is 12, and what? Bronze is 7. So I'm just removing 3 zeros in the end, and I'm going to calculate accordingly. So my first option is 1000, second is 108, third one is 120, next one is 111. Now, how much money participants from Pakistan are winning? Okay, so what do I get? Gold is what? 20. Silver is what? 12. And okay, Ishika. And okay, Piyush. Very nice. And bronze is what? 9. So Pakistan is getting 2 gold. 2 gold means 20 into 2, 40. 3 silver. 3 silver means 36. I'm sorry, it's 7, not 9. And 5 bronze means 35. So how much they are getting? 111. Right. So that's going to be option D. We got the answer very quickly. Now the next one. If the success rate for any participating country at the SAR Games is defined as the number of medals won per participant, then which country had the highest success rate? Okay. So basically, what does it say? It is saying that कि जो total number of medals per participant है, so total number of medals divided by number of participants should be maximum. So India is getting what? 18 plus 7, 25. How many participants India had? 120. Nepal is 15, and total number of participants are 30. Okay, so basically this is 0.5. That's very high. So India definitely is not the first one. Pakistan is getting 10 out of how many participants? 70. Okay, now that's not very high, so rejected. Sri Lanka is getting how many? Uh, 15 out of how many? 80. Definitely less than 0.5, so rejected. Bhutan is getting 5 out of how many? 60. Definitely rejected. Burma is getting what? 15 out of what? 40. Definitely rejected. So which country has the largest one? That's going to be Nepal. Very nice. Very nice. So answer of this question is going to be option A. That's going to be Nepal. Okay. Now let's see this. The bar graph given below shows the number of plain books and lined books, okay, in hundreds. And that is available at 3 shops or 3 stores. That is given store A, store B, store C. And total number of books sold, that is given to us. Okay. So data is pretty much open-ended. I can't do anything with it, with the data. So store A, store B, store C. So store A, how many books does it have? 20 plus 15 is 35 into 100, because all the values are given in terms of 100. Okay. So what I can say, that I can simply write that store A has total of 3,500 books. Store B has how many? 30 plus 20, 5,000 books. Store C has how many? 25 plus 20, 4,500 books. Now, this last table is giving us the percentage of books sold, not individual books sold. Not, I can't figure out that what percent of the plain books are sold, what percent of lined books are sold. So 20% means it is selling only 700 books. 40% means it is selling 2000 books. 40% of 5000 is 2000. 30% is going to be 1350 books. So 10% is going to be what? 45. Sorry, 450. 20% is going to be what? 900. 30% is going to be 1350. So these many books they are selling. But out of 700, how many books are plain? How many are lined? I have absolutely no clue. Right? Nothing is given to us. So this is the generic conclusion that I can draw from the information given. Okay. Now let's move to the first question. It says that number of plain books sold by store A and store B was 30% and 40%. Find the number of lined books sold by store A and store B together. Okay. Question is talking about store A, store B, plain books, 30%, 40%. Okay. So if I talk about plain books, store A 30%, store B 40%. 2000, 2000, 30% of 2000 of what? 600. So out of 700, plain books are 600. So lined books should be 100. Okay. Out of 3000, 40% means 1200 books are plain books. So remaining 800 books should be lined books. So what is the total number of lined books we are talking about? That is going to be what? 900. Got the answer very clearly, very easily. That's option C. Next one. Agla wala. Solve and do let me know what is the answer. Question number 6. What is the answer? Question number 6. What's the answer? A has 700 sold books. So how many books are unsold? 2800. B has how many books that are unsold? 3000. C has how many books unsold? That is 2100, sorry, 3150. So what are the total number of unsold books by B and C? That is going to be 6150. How many sold books, unsold books by A? That is 2800. So it is going to be 0, 5, 3, 3. So 3350 less. So answer of this question is going to be option B. A selling 3350 less. Very nice, Kartikeya. Now question number 7. The ratio of sold plain and line books for C is 5:4. For B it is 3:2. Now plain books sold by the two stores together. Okay. For B it is 3:2. For C it is 5:4. Plain is to 9. And we need this. What should be the answer? So for B, plain is to total is 3/5 of 2000. So 1200 plain books B is selling, lined books should be 800. Okay. For C, 5 by 9 into 1350. Okay. So it is going to be what? 150. So 750 and 600. So what is the sum of plain books? That is 1950 and lined books 1400. So 1950 is going to be the answer. So answer of this question is going to be option D. Very nice, Kartikeya. The next one, what is the average number of books sold by store B and C together? Okay. So that we can directly calculate, that is 2000 and 1300. So 2000 and 1300 is what? 6 2000 plus 1300 is going to be 3300 by 2. So that is going to be 1650, right? So my answer should be little greater than 1650. There is only one option, that's going to be option A. We don't need to calculate the whole thing. If you want, you can take 2000 plus 1350 and 1350 divided by 2. You are directly going to get the answer as 1675. Even if I approximate, I'm still going to get the similar answer. So this is how we should approach any question that is of DI. DI questions are generally easier because theory is less. And so when we have LR type of sets where there are too much information given in terms of words, right? So concluding the information from those statements takes a lot of time. But here, if you see, the data is directly given in terms of table or graph, so you don't have to conclude anything. You can directly get the answers. You can directly solve the questions. And these kind of questions are not going to take a lot of time. Now, with this, you already know what is the planning for YouTube sessions and Q. So anyone wants to ask anything, do let me know.